Well, hello, South Mississippi. I'm Brandy McGill. Thanks so much for joining us on our digital news desk. Now, I know everyone is eyes focused on the Super Bowl, but we do have some news to get to. We understand that the game kicks off at, I want to say 5:30. That's the exact time as our newscast. So we want to make sure that you get basically a show before the show, all the exclusive content that we will have for you in our upcoming newscast. So first, of course, like I said, I know a lot of people looking forward to the Super Bowl, and we've actually had a crew in New Orleans all throughout the week doing a lot of fun stuff and talking to some of the players, of course, and of course talking to fans who are just soaking up all of the Super Bowl fun over in New Orleans. It's very close to home for us. It's basically like a home away from home for many people in South Mississippi. So I want to say a lot of people, they've been heading over to the Big Easy to kind of soak up all that fun and everything that they can expect, even if they're not going to the game. I know the tickets, they can be a little pricey, so this was their way of getting that up close and personal interaction ahead of the big day. And also with this comes like sports betting. In our newscast at 5:30, we're going to have our Noah Noble. He's going to be live, I want to say, from Scarlet Pearl, and he's going to be talking about sports betting there. I can only imagine that it's going to be heating up with such a big game. Of course, people place bets all throughout the year, you know, basketball, football, all things like that. But many people probably have their money on the line when it comes to the Super Bowl game, Eagles versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Moving right along from that, we will get into other things that we're going to be talking about in our newscast that's happening here locally. There's been a lot of conversation about a school bond over in the Ocean Springs School District. So we were able to catch up not too long ago as far as one of the meetings. I have some video here that we're going to cut to. But basically, this is going to be a big vote coming up in March. Like I said, we've been tracking it, and it's going to be a $52 million bond package on the table. And this has actually been in the works for 5 years. Following that, you know, the bond is basically looking to fund a number of things, you know, to replace the outdated campuses throughout the district, create room for growth and efficiency. And if you're looking to register for that, you still got a little bit of time. That deadline is coming up this week, and that's actually going to fall on Saturday, which is February the 15th. So if you are within the Ocean Springs School District, definitely go out and exercise your right if you would like for that to be passed within your school district to kind of see more growth and development come to that school district. Like I said, we've been following it. This is from one of the previous meetings. And again, it's a $52 million bond package on the table, and it's been in the works for 5 years. So again, you have until February 15th, which is this upcoming Saturday, to make sure you register for that. Now, in this time of the year, we know Super Bowl, but all in the mixing pot, we have Mardi Gras. It's been celebrations from coast to coast, all throughout the cities. And even today, you know, over in Wool Market, there was some celebration going on there, but actually it was like an inaugural Mardi Gras market. If you haven't heard of it, now is the time you're going to hear about it. So here is a look at that. This is some video that our Austin Johnson shot. This is his story that you can catch in our 5:30 newscast on today. But basically this, like I said, was the inaugural event put on by Flatheads and Bottom Feeders, located again in Wool Market, just basically to let people know that it's going to be opening its doors. As you can see, there was some craft jewelry out there. Some of the little ones even taking in this opportunity to kind of look for some festive things that they may want to get their parents to buy. Of course, you have the Mardi Gras colors, the purple, the gold, the green, and it looks like there's even some honey that was being sold there. I'm sure it's some crafted honey that someone has probably made here locally. And here's the inside of the restaurant. Like I said, this is Flatheads and Bottom Feeders in Wool Market. So if you didn't have a chance to stop by today to check out the inaugural Mardi Gras market, you can always just head out that way if you want to grab something to eat. And like I said, they hosted this today to just kind of let you know that they're up and running, and you can stop by there anytime that you may have some free time on your schedule. Now, another thing that we will also highlight in our newscast today, it's going to be the March of the Mayors. If you're not familiar with it, basically what it is mayors, 14 mayors across 14 different cities. They're all kind of going up, teaming up against each other, all for a great cause. That's why it's called March for the Mayors. They're going to be basically collecting non-perishable food items. This is something that has been going on for quite some time. I remember even covering this while I was in Hattiesburg there. So here's some video recently of a packing party that they were doing to kind of gear up for this big event. And like I said, you're going to be turning in non-perishable food items to basically help out other food pantries. We all know that, there's always like a dire need for food when it comes to food pantries, because food pantries are always doing what they can to basically meet the need of hunger throughout many different communities. So you have time to drop off all your non-perishable donations. And if you're looking for a drop-off location, all you got to do is, search for your city's Facebook page. Many cities across the coast and basically all throughout the state, all across the country, really, cities have Facebook pages. So, for instance, if you're in Ocean Springs, you can search for the Ocean Springs City website. Same for Biloxi, Gulfport. The list just goes on and on. So if you're looking for a drop-off location to drop off all your non-perishable food items, you can head over to your city's Facebook page to do that. Now, we are inching closer to the deadline, and that deadline is going to be February 27th. So you got basically roughly, I want to say 2 weeks. I'm not looking at a calendar right now, but you have about 2 weeks to kind of gather up your non-perishable food donations to drop them off. And again, this is basically to benefit all of our food pantries within those 14 cities, the mayors that are going up against each other. So again, I understand that everyone has like a bird's eye view on the Super Bowl. We will be streaming and we will be on the air in terms of at 5:30 as normal on our newscast. So again, if you're going to be watching the Super Bowl and you still want to get your news, if you didn't get it here, be sure to still tune in and, of course, enjoy all your friends and family and be safe. But you can be sure to tune in at our newscast. It's going to be basically within the next 30 minutes. Like I said, you got an exclusive because you got to see video and learn all the details that we're going to be covering, like I said, within the next 30 minutes on WLOX News Now. So that's all that we have for you, and be sure to tune in. And again, happy Super Bowl, and you guys be safe out there.